Once upon a time, in a small village, a disciple approached Gautam Buddha and asked, "Oh Buddha, what is karma? Could you please explain it in detail?" Hearing this, Buddha smiled and said, "To help you understand karma, I'll tell you a story. After listening, you'll understand what karma truly is." So, Buddha began his story. Once, in a kingdom far away, there was a wise king. One day, he decided to go out into the marketplace to see how his people were living. The king, along with his minister, climbed onto his chariot and set off. As they wandered through the market, observing the happiness of the people, the king felt very pleased. While chatting with his minister, the king's eyes fell on a shopkeeper. Staring at him thoughtfully, he said to his minister, "I don't know why, but I suddenly feel like sentencing this shopkeeper to death." After saying this, the king quickly forgot about it and moved on to other topics with his minister. However, the minister couldn't shake off the king's strange words. He wondered why such a thought had come to the king's mind. Troubled by this, he couldn't sleep all night. Early the next morning, he went back to the market and found the shopkeeper's store. The minister started asking around about the shopkeeper. After speaking with a few people, he discovered that the shopkeeper rarely spoke to anyone, always seemed gloomy, and appeared deeply troubled. Hearing this, the minister approached the shopkeeper and asked, "Why do you seem so sad all the time?" The shopkeeper sighed and replied, "Yes, I am very unhappy. I sell sandalwood logs, and while many people admire them, no one actually buys them. Because of this, my business is constantly losing money. That's why I prefer to keep to myself." Still puzzled, the minister then asked, "If you ever find a buyer for your logs, what would you do?" In a frustrated tone, the shopkeeper answered, "I would wait for the king's death. When he dies, I'll donate all my sandalwood logs for his funeral rites. This way, people from other kingdoms will hear about my sandalwood and they'll start coming here to buy it." Hearing this, the minister finally understood why the king had such a sudden thought about punishing the shopkeeper. Before leaving, the minister bought a few sandalwood logs from the shopkeeper, paying him generously and lifting his spirits. Returning to the palace, the minister presented the sandalwood logs to the king and said, "Your Majesty, the shopkeeper you thought of sentencing to death has sent these sandalwood logs as a gift for you." The king smelled the logs, enchanted by their fragrance, and felt deeply pleased. Overjoyed, he gave the minister some gold coins, instructing him, "Give these coins to the shopkeeper as a gift from me. Also, tell him that whenever the palace needs more sandalwood, it will be bought from his shop." With the gold coins in hand, the minister happily went back to the shopkeeper's store. He handed the coins to the shopkeeper, saying, "The king was very pleased with your sandalwood and wanted you to have these coins as a token of appreciation." Upon hearing this, the shopkeeper was taken aback and felt ashamed of his earlier thoughts. Trembling, he said, "I am truly sorry for wishing ill of our noble king. From now on, I pray for his long life." After finishing the story, Buddha turned to his disciples and asked, "Now, can you tell me what karma is?" One disciple said, "Karma is our thoughts." Another said, "Karma is our intentions." Someone else added, "Karma is what we do." Buddha nodded and replied, "Our thoughts themselves are karma. The way we think determines the way we act. Often, we only see a person's actions and judge them, but we rarely realize that those actions stem from the thoughts that have shaped within their mind." He continued, "Every action has an immediate reaction. When we get angry, we feel disturbed within. This disturbance is a form of suffering, an instant reaction to our anger. Similarly, when we do something good, we feel a sense of peace and joy in our heart immediately. Karma brings us results in real time. Just as a ball bounces back when we throw it at a wall, the consequences of our actions reflect instantly." Buddha explained, "People think karma only affects their next life, but that's not true. We carry our actions in this life, and their effects are seen instantly, shaping our personality and future lives." Ending the lesson, Buddha said, "Like raindrops carving lines on a wall, repeated actions form impressions on our soul. This is why people seem to carry different tendencies from birth. Our habits and thoughts, even from past lives, influence our present actions and choices. So friends, how did you like this story? If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join us for more wisdom-filled stories in the next video. Until then, take care and keep spreading kindness.